I was having a regular annual checkup with my internist, and he said everything was perfect, as he always does. He's wonderful. And he asked me if there was anything else strange going on that I needed to talk to him about. And I said, well, I've been having these strange sensations of smell. It's almost like olfactory hallucinations. And his face changed. And this was the Friday before Thanksgiving. He said, I hope I'm wrong, but let's take a look. Monday morning, I was in the MRI. Tuesday afternoon, he's on the phone, and he says, Lynn, you have a meningioma. And I knew what that was because Jim had had one 3 years earlier, and our friend Alice had had one 3 years before that. So I knew what it was, and I wasn't terrified, concerned, but not terrified. So I said, well, what's our next step? And he said, it's Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I don't know if I can get you in to see your neurologist, the one that we had used with Jim, and she had treated our daughter as well. And so then he called me back in about 10 minutes, and he said, she will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. This is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So we looked at the films and saw, and she recommended, she said it's a healthy size and it needs to come out. So the day after Thanksgiving, I called over here, and Aileen was in her office, and I told her who it was. Aileen, it's Lynn, and now I have one. And she said, what are you guys doing over there? After the surgery, it wasn't very long before I was up in ICU. And it wasn't very long after that before I could have chocolate ice cream, which was the first thing that I wanted, and I could have ice chips, and I had a normal meal for dinner, and everything had gone so well that at that point I was saying, well, how long do you think it's going to be before I'm discharged? Because Jim was here for 3 days, but his was much more complex. Anyway, I asked that question, and they said, oh, you could probably go home tomorrow. I said, tomorrow? So, in fact, we did. We had the second appointment with Dr. Brim just to check everything and make sure everything was all right, and left early afternoon on, the surgery was Tuesday, left early afternoon on Wednesday.